Hello, my name is Angie Avila. I am 18 years old. Today is November 27th, 2016, and I am speaking with Diana Virgin, who is my mother. We are recording this interview in the San Fernando Valley, California. How you doing today, Mom?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Okay, so the first question that I'm going to ask you is, what was your era like? Like, what was the music around you, the dances, and the trends?
Well, I was a teenager in the late 80s, so freestyle, breaking, pop locking, breakdancing were all our era. House parties, DJs, woofers, speakers, mini trucks, short skirts, big hair, Aquanet. That was my era back in the days.
No, so you dressed up like all in curly hair and everything and all that. You were wearing all those.
Short mini skirts, boots to our knees, suede boots, and our hair was teased out as big as it can be.
Oh, okay. So the music that you would be listening to would be like Lisa, Stevie B, and what?
Freestyle music, cover girls, Michael Jackson, just all kinds of 80s music. Also, Beat Boys were in. Everybody was spray painting on murals, like graffiti, but graffiti art. That was all a part of my era.
Okay. Ask you is, tell me about the person who has the greatest influence on your life, and what lessons did they teach you?
Well, someone who has really influenced me in my life up to date has always been my mother and my father. Both of them because they both are very hardworking people
Mm-hmm.
who came to this country with nothing and wanted to give their children a life that they never had in their
Mm-hmm.
native country. And my parents both work day and night to be able to advance our family and to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that their children get the best education possible and to our our advance our culture and our family into great places.
Yeah.
And that's just some of the things that have made my parents the greatest influences in my life up to date.
Oh, okay then. And what lessons did they teach you?
They have taught me to always work hard and strive for the greatest in everything, and always show my full potential and do things out of the kindness of my heart and never be
Mm-hmm.
obligated to do something, and just be a very hardworking person to earn everything that I can have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. That's good. Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about the reflection questions on here from my interviews. And the first question that I'm going to answer is, what did I learn from these interviews or what surprised me the most? The main thing that I learned from these interviews is that everyone has a story. And even though some people might have it worse, everyone always has, different struggles that they go to in order to be successful, in order to be who they are today, and what values that they have and what the purpose that they have in life. And another thing that surprised me as well too is that like each story some have similarities that have I'm sorry, some may have similarities in everything, but each of them have a unique, you know, I wouldn't say struggle, but each of them have a unique type of what certain people have been through in order to be who they are today. And another thing that I learned from these interviews was that like, people have been dealing with problems and conflicts, bias wise and everything. And the fact that things have changed throughout generations, it shows that how much, society has changed in general and how it impact other people throughout life and everything. So another question that I'm gonna answer is what is the best part of my interviews, I would have to say, like, like I said before, the uniqueness. But another thing that's the best of my interviews is that, you know, each of them said the truth, not what the social norm was. Like, for example, my friend Isaac was conveying that, he was describing how it was when he first opened up and everything, and how, whatchamacallit, he got about 90% support from his schools and everything. And that just shows that, oh my goodness, you wouldn't get that support back in the 1940s and everything, because you will be looked at as a disgrace and everything. But the fact that, Isaac was getting support from his teacher and his peers just shows that, how much the world has changed over time. And it shows how much, society, the social norms have expanded throughout time as well. So another question that I'm gonna answer um, is is your identity related to anyone in that I interviewed, and if so, why? I would have to say it's related to me myself, because I'm Mexican, as well. But by my hair being blonde and everything, my eyes being green, people automatically assume that I'm Armenian or white, which is not true, but obviously it looks like it is. And my grandparents didn't come here and everything at first, but my great grandparents came here from Guadalajara, and it shows that they wanted to pursue the American dream from my grandparents to my mom, in this case, my mom, and to me and everything, to show that, okay, just because it was generations back, all of them still had a purpose. All of them still wanted the future generation to come to have a better life, and that showed, like, everything, like the success that everyone has been through. And yeah, thank you.